Hey everyone, Ghost Mill here, and you probably noticed things are a little bit different on this video because I am in a hotel room and not on a trail. I'm actually out this time on a little road trip, and we are touring around. Currently we're in South Dakota, and we're going to be visiting some sites throughout this next few days. So today we actually headed out of Billings, drove for 5 hours, I think, and we arrived in Hot Springs, South Dakota. And today we actually went around and toured the Mammoth Dig Site. So the Mammoth Dig Site is a really interesting place. It's an old sinkhole that during the Ice Age was the site of the demise of many woolly mammoths, and it was eventually rediscovered as it filled in over millions of years or thousands of years, and eventually it raised up and turned into a hill, and a developer was digging into it and started finding some bones and decided that it was worth preserving, and so we have it today. It's an indoor facility and museum, and it has the largest collection of woolly mammoth bones that are on display still at the site where they were located. It's an active dig site. They're constantly digging things out of there, and it was a really cool experience. If you get a chance to stop by, definitely check it out. Tomorrow we're going to be heading to a different location, and I believe we're going to be heading to Custer State Park, and we're going to kind of pal around there and see what we can get into. I don't even know what the plan is, and that's part of the fun. So I now am going to get a little bit of rest, sleep in an actual bed for once on a trip in a video, and do a little bit of reading. Anyways, see you tomorrow. Sorry, buddy, I don't have anything for you. Thank you. Okay. back at the hotel for the second night, and today we had an absolutely gorgeous drive and a little bit of walking around the Custer State Park in South Dakota here. And let me say, I have to say first off that this is probably one of the most nicely done, beautiful state parks I think I've ever been to. South Dakota definitely is doing a great job with this park. Beautiful facilities, really well maintained, and just a beautiful place. So we started the day out by going on the wildlife loop road, and it goes down through several areas of the park. And we saw some of the wildlife that's available, not all of it unfortunately, but we did see a few pronghorns here and there. And then we saw at least 2 or 3 prairie dog colonies and got to check those guys out. And then of course we saw a whole lot of bison. So this park does have a bison herd. In fact, tomorrow the park is doing their annual bison drive, herding up. I'm not sure what the term for it is. Where they're going to basically move all of the bison into the areas they keep them in during the winter. And it's a really big thing, and that's part of the reason why we came to the park today, to avoid all of the madness and that. So yeah, we did that loop down, and then we went up through another part of the park into the park called the Needles Highway, and saw some just absolutely phenomenal looking rock formations up there. It is a crazy, wild, winding road. Stopped a lot of different places, and the people I'm traveling with aren't really much hikers right now, so we didn't do a whole lot of hiking, but we did get out and stop a lot. This highway is very twisty and turny, and there's several one-lane tunnels that cut through, to the point where we even had to bring in the windows or the mirrors of the car to get through. So that was exciting, and a whole lot of people driving through, but we made it through. And then we stopped up at a lake. The name of the lake is escaping me right now, so I'll put that in later. And we did hike around that lake, and turned out it was a man-made lake. There is a dam, but again, it's just some really cool rock formations that go right into the water, and some gorgeous areas. And then once we got done with that, we drove up to another part of the park and to another road, and drove up and was able to get some good views of the place we'll be going to tomorrow, which is Mount Rushmore Monument, and just some really cool views of that, some of them coming through tunnels, just a lot of neat stuff there too. So yeah, and then had dinner back at the hotel now. So again, tomorrow we're going to be going up to I think it's called Keystone, and then we'll be stopping at Mount Rushmore, and I think we're also going to be doing and then we'll be going to the Crazy Horse Memorial. All right, see you tomorrow. Another beautiful morning in South Dakota, and right now I'm just waiting for my travel companions to get ready to head to breakfast and get to start the day. So yeah, today we're going to drive back up to Keystone and head up to Mount Rushmore. Nope.
Well, you go.
definitely a first for the channel, as I'm sitting in a hot tub in a hotel. After a nice long day of hanging out at Mount Rushmore and Crazy Creek Memorial, or Crazy Horse Memorial. So yeah, again, it was a great day. My first time being in Mount Rushmore, and it's definitely a lot more to it than I expected, and it really was pretty cool. I don't know why I had low expectations going into it, but it was a lot of fun, and beautiful place, absolutely gorgeous, and a lot of cool history there too, mainly about how it was made. Not normally a big fan of changing nature, but this one was definitely kind of a unique experience. For me, going to see the Crazy Horse Memorial was kind of even more moving, knowing the native history of the lands and how important their representation in this is, and seeing that it was a completely privately funded effort that's still ongoing, and to kind of learn the story of the guy who created it and began it, and how his family has continued it forward. And then, of course, the importance of the native representation in what was once native lands is so important, and such history that most of us weren't taught, that many of us need to realize is an issue. So yeah, we did those two kind of things throughout the day. We just headed back to the hotel, and I saw that they had a hot tub and the pool, and I was like, that's definitely happening. So, a great way to end a beautiful day of hiking and soaking in a hot tub all by myself. There's literally nobody else in here. So, I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my night. I hope you do too.
Time ago, I still felt it out for we don't really know. Could have been a mistranslation of some sort.
Tower is the white name for this site. The natives call it Bear Lodge, and it's considered heavily sacred. In fact, if you walk around
you often will see things tied to the tree, which are prayer offerings. So I got to be careful what I film because it's considered disrespectful to film them.